The morning of June 15, 1944, it began. Troops of the 2nd and 4th Marine Divisions piled into amphibious vehicles to assault a 4-mile beach under a barrage of Japanese mortar and artillery fire. The fighting was bloody and many Marines died on the beaches. In minutes, 8,000 Marines dug into the beach, and by late afternoon, the total was 20,000. Japanese troops fought so fiercely that it took the Americans 3 days to reach the first day's objective. Through a coordinated attack with the 27th Infantry Division, Americans captured Aslito Airfield, a runway that could be lengthened for American bombers.
Hello again, this is Mike and I am the Sports History Collector. Today we have a very special edition featuring baseball's Wayne Terwilliger. Wayne played for parts of 9 seasons from 1949 to 1960, mainly as a second baseman and a utility infielder. He batted .240, never played in an All-Star game or World Series, but despite this, Wayne Terwilliger had a baseball career most would envy. He shared dugouts with Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, and Ted Williams, hit a game winner off Satchel Paige, and won 2 World Series championships as a coach with the Minnesota Twins. Despite these tremendous accolades from his 62 years in the game, it was his military service he regarded above anything that happened in between the lines. I'm more proud of my Marine service than of anything else I've done before or since, Terwilliger wrote in his 2006 autobiography. Willard W. Wayne Terwilliger was born on June 27, 1925 in Charlotte, Michigan. He entered military service with the Marines in 1943 and served as a radio man on an amphibian tank in the Pacific. If you watched the last episode about Gus Zernial, you might realize that Wayne and Gus and myself all share the same birthday, which makes this even more special for me. Corporal Terwilliger participated in the invasions of Tinian and Iwo Jima and had his tank knocked out at Saipan. It was on the beach during the Battle of Saipan that Terwilliger was immortalized in a nationally published photo that was shown in the intro and it will be reshown at the end. It was also during the Saipan invasion that his tank got stuck in a hole left by a U.S. naval shell. We were hit and the tank bogged down, he told Sporting News on April 26, 1950. We had to abandon the tank. Everybody scattered into the nearest foxholes, but at just that moment, a Japanese tank rolled up and began blasting away. So I'm running down this little path and I see the beach. I see our guys signaling to me, he relayed in a 1994 interview. I didn't know it at the time, but a Japanese tank was behind me, heading for the beach. I knew I had to get out of there, so I ran for the beach, zigzagging in and out with the tank chasing me. I'm sure I'd be lying out there somewhere now if it hadn't been for one of our own tanks, which luckily showed up while I was doing all this broken field running. They knocked out the Japanese tank and it burst into flames. By the way, that was Terwilliger's first day of active combat. Wayne Terwilliger was discharged in late 1945, and we salute him as a great American and Marine, and of course, thank you for your service, Mr. Terwilliger. Today, for my collection, I'm showing a signed 1954 Topps of Wayne Terwilliger. The autograph is a strong black ballpoint pen, and a vibrant reddish-orange background matches nicely with the border of the PSA flip. A real stunner in person, I can tell you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wayne Terwilliger, and I'll talk to you soon.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, brightened early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Have my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, 'cause I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. man.